Broken Nickel Garage. We're heading out on another mission to find somewhere new that we haven't been yet. So we're heading over to the Little Snowy Mountains, just kind of central east Montana, east of Great Falls. We're gonna go check out a place called Crystal Lake. Well, we got mud on our tires anyhow. Well, it's August. Creek bed's dried up. Yeah. I like what I see so far. Well, hello. It's Rod, Broken Nickel Garage. We're getting ready to get some of our food going. 1 cup. We're just doing a simple loaded baked potato. That's something I do on my cups because I always forget. So I scribed 8 ounces equals 1 cup. And of course the cups are labeled pretty well. At least this cup is. So we need a couple cups of water for 1 pack. Yep. So about 16 ounces. So we're going to add something a little different. We're going to give this a little get that starting to warm up. We're going to experiment. I brought some teriyaki beef jerky. We're going to add a little bit of meat to our jerky. And hopefully we can get this cooked and ready before the rain comes. We get this jerky in right away so we can start rehydrating. I'm just going to tear it into little pieces. And this is a simple, really don't take much more time than making a freeze-dried meal. It's a pretty uneventful ride. It's the first time I've been to this Crystal Lake. This is here in the Little Snowy Mountains in Montana. Alright, let's set up our cutting board. This is really simple. A little jerky. I'm not going to do any gravy. I thought about doing gravy with it, but I like doing gravy in a separate cup. I like to pour my gravy on potatoes. So we're just going to take some of this cheese, and this stuff is surprisingly backpack worthy. It'll last days and days. I'm just going to make some little tiny cuts just to give her a little extra flavor. The raindrops are hitting me. I like cheese. And cheese is a great thing. Alright, I gotta go set some gear in my tent. Don't want everything to get wet. Add our potatoes. When you are out in the great outdoors, make sure you pick up your garbage. Get our cheese melting. More cheese is always good. And I like packing these little multi-spice kits. It gives you a lot of variety from your basic salt and pepper. Garlic, I like garlic salt in a lot of stuff. And I was going to garlic salt that water before I got carried away. That's lunch today. Stay tuned for more tonight. I think we're going to go ahead and make a beef stroganoff for dinner. Can't go wrong with that. You can always chop up green onions, add some more fresh garden variety foods to your mashed potatoes. Makes it good. Some mushrooms always goes good with everything. If you dry your mushrooms or buy dried mushrooms, they practically last forever. A handy thing to throw in your pannier bags, some kind of wet wipes. I found these in a grocery store one day. They were stupid cheap. They had them, I think, on clearance for $1 or $1.50. Dude wipes, little lake. Save your money. Definitely want to come back here with some kind of inflatable floatable. Looking at the shore, lake's pretty low. Just by looking, it's down quite a bit. All right, just about ready for some dinner. Tried a little fishing. Well, it didn't go too well today, but that's all right. So we're tearing up our jerky. We're going to get this soaking in the water as quick as possible so it can start to rehydrate some. Now, this is a fairly inexpensive meal as well. Of course, buying jerky is most expensive. I bought a bag, 8 ounces. I think I paid $11.99 at the grocery store. I need to try to get back making some more at home on the dehydrator. But depending what I do with that jerky or snack on it, I only use 1 ounce or maybe 2 at the most in a meal. Just depends what I'm making, I suppose. But we want to get the jerky soaking as quick as possible. Give it the most time to soak up water. And I got an extra meat I'm gonna put some in. Got some pre-cooked bacon. I'm gonna mix that in with this. Now I don't have a windscreen. This might get challenging. Storm's trying to blow in. And pre-cooked bacon, it holds pretty well in your bag. I don't know if I would trust it over a week, but a night or till the next morning, yeah, definitely not an issue. Alright. Get my handy spoon ready. We're gonna go ahead and get more water going in that. Nice thing about this is it's just a simple one pot meal. Another thing I try to do to just simplify life when I'm out, I try to put all the ingredients for each meal in one bag if possible. Sometimes that don't quite happen. Don't blow out on me. Don't burn my bag. And of course, you're going to make as much as you want or can fit, I suppose, in your cup. I think that's going to be, I can get it all in there. Hopefully I'm not being too greedy. Okay. Put stuff back in here so my bag don't blow away. So it looks like it's going to get nasty. Alright, we'll just let it sit and do its thing. And we'll keep checking on it, of course. I like to pack these multi-spices. You can find them at most sporting goods stores. I think even Walmart. But it's got a good variety. Your standard salt, standard black pepper, garlic salt, which I use quite a bit, cayenne pepper, which I use quite a bit, curry comes in handy, paprika. I mean, it's got all the basic food group ingredients, you know. Yeah, we're getting there. It'd be quicker if I had a windscreen, but I do not with me today. Yeah, the noodles are getting there. So we're gonna add powdered milk. This will help make it creamy. Start with that. I'm not going to put the whole bag in. We're going to get that mixing in. We can always add more. We can't take it back out. Yeah, I think I'm going to need more than that. Let's get our mushrooms ready next. I didn't have any dried mushrooms, so I just brought some from the fridge. I like mushrooms. These little containers are pretty nice. They just snap together and they hold really well. You just squeeze the bottom and they pop apart. Got a kit of these, 3 I think came in the pack. Our windscreen back setting up there. Keep stirring. Got a secret ingredient. Wow. Powdered Worcestershire sauce. Check that out. That's gonna spark our flavor in our beef stroganoff. My wife found it for me. It's from a company called Spice Jungle. It says, can sheer manliness have a flavor? We think so. To reconstitute to the flavor of table Worcestershire, blend 1 part Worcestershire powder to 1.5 parts water by weight. So I might take a fair bit, quarter of this bag. Normally, I would probably just drop a beef bouillon cube in my mix to get that flavor. But this is new, so we're going to try it. It'll either be a success or it'll be a failure. I don't know. I think it'll be good. Boy, that's a hell of a Ziploc. We're just going to start with that. I gotta tell you, I'm no chef. I've never been trained. In my house, my wife's she is the queen in the kitchen. She's amazing. My daughter, she can look at an empty fridge and come up with some gourmet dish. They're both amazing. Me, I struggle. That's why I like simple things. Serve simple recipes. And we're just going to let this continue. And I've got another two more kind of secret ingredients. If you want really good recipe ideas, check out Chef Kuso on YouTube. This is driven from one of his videos. Guy's amazing. Stuff he comes up with. And he is a real chef. He does a lot of 1-cup meals. I can't take all the credit for this one. I think we're ready for the next ingredient. So what I have in this bag are Funyuns, the chips. The onions are gonna just set this thing off. You can use like those French's onions. Those are a great camp ingredient. And to boot, you got a fun snack that's pretty, I like them. I don't know if you do. If you guys have some great little simple camp recipes, boy, I'd love to hear them. I'm up for more arsenal in my cooking, camp cooking. Alright, we got one more ingredient. We need to get some acids into this to take our flavors to the next level. Yellow mustard. This was from Chef Cuso. That was one of his tips. Might have had just a touch too much water, but it's starting to thicken up and it's looking good. Better get a little garlic powder going. I'm not putting a whole lot in, but just not very much is coming out. It's a slow shaker. Oh, this is looking good. What do you think? Is it getting done? Is it